Good morning. It's Michael Raziano. I'm running for Vice President on the Solidarity slate here in the upcoming election for Local 952. And in this installment of the videos on educating you on your rights under the Surface Transportation Assistance Act, for all you truckers out there, your freight handlers, your mechanics, and the bus drivers, there's a lot of things that protect you. So we're going to get into some of the protected activities that are covered under the Surface Transportation Assistance Act. And the first one on the list is making a complaint to the U.S. DOT of violations or possible violations of your commercial motor vehicle. So if you're a driver and you are having issues with your company fixing things that are broken, you can file a complaint through the US DOT. And by doing that, the Surface Transportation Assistance Act will protect you against retaliation from your company for making that complaint. It's all about safety. And if there are safety issues regarding your vehicle that aren't being addressed, and you have the right to bring that to the company's attention, and they are actually required to remedy and fix those safety violations. Another big one is your refusal to drive a commercial motor vehicle when you are either too ill or too fatigued to safely do so. Now that doesn't just mean if you are sick, if you wake up and you're sick, or you're a little tired. This means that you are at a level that you actually are questioning yourself whether I'm safe or not. You could be some of these guys that run 60, 70 plus hours week in and week out, month in and month out, and towards the end of your week, you are just beat up. You have no energy left. Your body's aching. Your concentration level's not there. You actually have a right to call off fatigued. And your log history will prove what type of hours you have been putting in, and you will be protected. Calling off sick is another protected activity. If you are, nobody plans on being sick. Sick just happens. You could be fine one day, and you wake up in the morning, and it feels like your head's going to explode. You have terrible migraine headaches, uncontrollable bouts of sneezing, allergies. These things all actually make it unsafe to drive, because if you can't concentrate on the road and everything else that's going on around you, because as drivers, we all know you're not just doing your job, you are doing the job of monitoring everything around your vehicle. Everything. All right. Just last week, going to San Diego myself personally. It hasn't happened in a while, but it happened last week twice in one day. I had a pickup truck tried to drive underneath my trailer. I was watching him. He wasn't watching me. Crossed the line, and I had to move my truck over and blow the horn to get his attention, which he did, and he jerked the wheel and got himself back in his lane, and there's no accident occurred. However, if I would have been overly tired or sick and not paying attention as I should, as a professional, it could have been a different situation. Coming home from San Diego was the same thing. Coming home through San Clemente, a lady came around the on-ramp to the 5 North. She crossed over 2 sets of double solid lines and tried to drive under my rig again. I had to move my truck over and blow the horn immediately, and she jerked the wheel back. These are the type of incidences that happen day in and day out on the road. You just don't see them and you don't hear about them. But make no mistake, as a professional, you are aware of everything around your vehicle the entire day that you're working. And the first time something goes sideways, don't think they're not going to blame the driver, because they will. The company you work for has the deepest pockets, and good, bad, or indifferent, they're going to come after the company. And who knows, they could actually come after you if they choose to. So your refusal to drive, if you are too ill or too fatigued to safely operate, is a federally protected activity for all drivers. Some bus drivers, I'm not going to say all, but some bus drivers do actually qualify for this protection. We don't represent anybody at the railroad, but locomotive engineers also are protected by the ill or fatigued operator rule. They're handling millions and millions of pounds. As a former yard engineer, prior to moving here to California, those 6-axle locomotives weigh almost 500,000 pounds. It's a lot of weight for one single locomotive. And I know a lot of people have seen them running up and down the road, 4 or 5 deep. Do the math on that, plus all of the cargo and rail cars they're carrying. Extremely dangerous profession. Those things do not stop just because you hit the brakes. So under the ill or fatigued operator rule, that also protects you if you happen to go out on a run and you just happen to have one of those days where you come back and you are mentally finished. You are also protected. If you are mentally fatigued and you can't concentrate and it's unsafe for you to go out again and you choose not to go out, the company cannot issue you disciplinary attendance points. That's what all this is about. Okay, and our OSHA ruling states that. And now it doesn't mean you can just do it whenever you feel like it. It's not what it's for. That's not who it's for. This OSHA ruling and this complaint that we filed was to protect all of you legitimate drivers out there who work your butts off day in and day out. Not only do you not get any respect, they think you're a robot. They think you can just go, get it out, get it delivered, and like you never get tired. Well, that's also BS. So you're also protected in that manner. What's the other one? Hours of service violation. You're protected on that. If they're trying to coax you out, don't worry about it. We'll adjust your logs when you come back. When you go do this one around the block, well, they're refusing to do that. You're also protected. And actually, if anybody in the company suggests you doing that, that's actually a federal violation. Because falsifying a logbook is actually a felony. So there are many more. I'm looking at another 4, 5, 6 more protected activities here, and we'll get into that next week. And with that, I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe. Thank you.